Hello guys, welcome back to the channel where I'm forgetting the English language. This poor cat has had 5 million names and none of them have stuck. We have tried Jelly Bean, Buttercup, Sunbeam, somebody suggested Ray, tried Segan, we tried Freya, we tried Freyr, we tried Loki. I even tried Rosie because my first calico was called Rosie, and that cat and I had a turning point. That cat was my mother's cat, and sometimes calico has a calico way about her. If you've ever had a calico, you know what I mean. And she hated me, and because I had a Persian tortoiseshell at the time, and my mom had the calico, and this is when I'm like teeny tiny. Then for whatever reason, when that cat became older, and she would have to go to the vet, the poor thing would be sick. I went in to see her one time because I did love this cat, and she kind of turned a corner with me, and then I could not keep that cat away from me. She would follow me over everywhere, my little rosebud. So she would follow me everywhere, and she got quite old, and she would just follow me around and dote on me. That was the best cat I ever known. Her and Shishi. My first cat was Shishi. She was a Persian tortoiseshell. She was the runt of the litter, and they had to take her out from underneath the farmhouse. And those were the two best cats I ever knew. And then there was Shadow and all the other kitties. Crazy cat lady gonna tell you cat stories. Anyhow, I've just loved having her. Someone that had cats all my life, and then I found out half of my problems were cat dander. And we went to all these specialists, and the specialist looked at us both, and he says, you can't be around cats for the dander, and you can't be around cat litter. If you're going to be around cat litter, you should be putting a mask on or everything. With all your respiratory problems for both of you, you should be nowhere near animals ever. So, of course, we didn't get rid of the cats, but then once my mom was gone and I was in closer contact still with them, and it was all me cleaning all the litter and everything, it was a living nightmare. But she doesn't set off my allergies. So I'm in heaven. I have this kitty, and she sleeps on the desk, or I take her upstairs and she sleeps on the pillow, or she was sleeping on my chest last night. And it's nice, guys. You know it's not a real cat, but it gives you a sensation of the companionship, which is actually what they're meant for. I've been doing the research, and these are good cats for, people that are either too young or too old to take care of a cat. People with allergies, people with health issues, people, say on a fixed income that yes, they could, maybe save up for the kitty, but then, a battery once in a while is a lot cheaper than vet bills or, flea medicine or food or litter or such like. And I was even thinking you get these instincts, since Freya took over Bastet's altar. Freya was the first to give her a toy. I know this cat has toys. And I gave her one of my mom's. If you saw the video, you saw that like tiger print thing. I gave her one of my mom's hairbands because we used to take the hairbands and, toss them to the kitty carefully. We made sure they didn't eat on them or something. But yeah, so she has her toys, and Loki has a collection of cat toys from our former kitties underneath his altar, so he took those. So he got those out because we adopted a dog. Of course we adopted a dog. We got the King Charles, and I was kind of on the fence about it, but the boys were like, please. First, Loki wanted the black and white kitten. He fell in love, but then the boys changed their mind, and I took them to see all the dogs. They have like 20 different dogs, I think. And they're all beautiful. You want to adopt them all and bring them all home. And I said, well, when we see them side by side, it might destroy the illusion. And I said, if this dog sounds the same exact way the cat does, that might be a bit odd. Dogs don't purr. But the boys wanted this King Charles Spaniel because they knew it was the one I was in love with. I think Freya put the bee in my bonnet about the real expensive kitty because she actually was in her own Freya-like way trying to guide me towards the King Charles, which I love just as much. And they're not going to get up, and they're not going to wash their paw or bark or meow or roll over or do anything else, but that's okay. It's nice just to have them here. And they're nice and warm, and they're the perfect size to carry around. So we're happy. And I went outside for a while today, and I was looking around, and it's beautiful out, but I was like, well, I don't quite see anything, to film today because everything's greening up and it's beautiful and slush, but it's now like a kind of like a wall of green. And if I see something, I will film for you guys. We do have some footage left from that day that I was trying to fight the universe, but other than that, we don't have any footage for you guys. But it's a beautiful, gorgeous day. So we've been watching Animal Miracles, um, all kinds of different miracle videos, and just been working with the Norse gods, and they're getting themselves all settled in. And we still can't name this poor kitty. We've not named her Njord. We were trying to pick out names from U.S. battleships. No name sticks on this cat. I said, we're going to name her Teflon because nothing sticks. It's kind of hard. I know she's a robot kitty, and people are probably like, oh my god, you're naming that cat? We name everything. It's a good Norse tradition to name every freaking thing that you own. Not everything in this house is named, but a lot of them are. The microwave's named Betty. So we I need a name for her. I've thought of pumpkin, latte, ginger, spice. I don't know. It's like any name you give this cat, it's like it bounces right back off at you. I've even been looking up cat articles and looking up cat names, but it's giving me something to do and it's keeping me happy. And she's the perfect birthday gift. I keep thanking Freya for her and all the gods and goddesses because she's just so soft and sweet. It's the same sensation as petting a cat. You know she's not a real cat. You can see by the way her fur reflects the light that it's synthetic fur. But it feels close enough, and she breathes. And if you pet her, she does a special rumbly when you pet her. So she's nice. I like her a lot more because Odin and Loki were asking me last night. They go, well, we know we didn't get you the Rift S. Are you going to survive? I'm like, I don't even want the Rift S. It's the same exact games I have now, only slightly prettier. I said, how much do I play the games I have now? There are days I don't even, put the VR on. So if you guys are wondering why the VR slowed down, there's just... I love VR, I do, but a lot of the experiences, you would kind of have to experience them, I think, or experience them once, and then they were beautiful and everything, but you don't care if you ever see it ever again. It's kind of like, how if you play a game or a movie, and it was great enough, but you don't ever need to see that again? You didn't hate it, but you don't ever need to see it again. It's that kind of thing. So we're happy with the kitty. I did get, like, the plush kitties out. And there is a difference between just having a plush and having a plush of hers. It's a tiny difference, but it's there. I always have loved the plush animals, and I love the wolves to death, but there's just something about that plush that purrs. It's nice. Hopefully the dog doesn't purr. If we have a purring dog, that one will be Loki. Everything in this house is named Loki. We were thinking of Loki for the cat, but I don't know. So we're a cat household once more, and it's nice because it's a cat I can afford and I can take care of her. And I don't have to worry about if my fibro acts up and I can't get out of bed. I don't have to worry about the welfare of the animal. That was one thing I was always scared about, in all seriousness, guys. When you have disabilities and you have depression, then you're scared about the welfare of the animal. So it's nice having an animal like this. And she'll apparently run like 6 months to a year on a D battery, so she's a very economical pet. I can just go up to the gas station once a year and get her a battery as a treat. And like I said, I don't know if I said this recording, Loki has stash of cat toys because of his cat connection. So he was more than happy to give them up so that the animals have toys. We're not insane. We know they don't play, but there's something about them. Once you have one, if you take to them, then you're trying to give them toys and, talk to them and everything else. It's just a human reaction. That's why they use animals, and they actually have these doll babies that are like a couple $100s. And they use those with dementia patients because there's something in humans that we know it's not real. Even the dementia patients know it's not real, but it triggers our nurturing instinct. It's just our instincts are so strong to love and nurture. That's why we collect plushies. That's why we have pets. That's why we have, these little robot pets. We're hardwired to nurture and love. And it's good to have something to nurture and love. It doesn't matter if it can walk and bark and talk and everything else. So, yeah. we got these. We did take one brief look at this cat. I might as well tell you because Lucky's like, yeah, that was the best cat ever. There was a really cheap cat on Amazon, and it did sit up and it did meow. But it did this unfortunate thing that looked like it, as the lady said the review, it looked like it was dry humping the floor. And I said, that is not coming in my house. There's also a fox that sings My Humps, and I said, we're not getting that either. $24 is a lot of money, or whatever it costs for a obnoxious novelty toy. I said, no, if it was like $5 at a flea market, maybe, but not $24 for something that's obnoxious. So I am so happy we got the kitty and the King Charles Spaniel coming, because we agreed we'll have one for downstairs, so the kitty will be here, and we'll probably take the King Charles upstairs. And just the sound, guys, when you live alone, it gets depressing not hearing like someone else playing the TV, or hearing somebody else play the radio, or just hearing human sounds or animal sounds. So that's why I keep my windows open, so, the louver's on the door, so I can hear the birdies and everything and hear the traffic. And just hearing her purr, it's very soothing. It's a sound. That's why I have those clackies in the windows too. If you're, on your own, do whatever you can to surround yourself with sounds that you like, and, make the house feel more alive. It really helps. It really does. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye bye.